Alrighty, guys. So here we go. I have Bumblebee Jasper, Angelite, Amethyst, Rose Quartz, and Iron Pyrite in there. I'm going to just ask that we call upon protection because, again, we are drawing energies from the people we're interested in and anything that surrounds them. We never know if there's entities around them or around the people that they're with or the energies that they have that could be negative. Or more. Don't want to say certain names of what the entities could be, but it is no joke, okay? A lot of tarot readers don't talk about this, and I think it should be talked about, but I don't think a lot of people really consider that. I've had firsthand experience, so I know, the danger of pulling energies with anybody. So, yeah, let's do a little prayer here before we get into the reading. Talk to the higher power you believe in. I call mine God. Dear God, please be with us as I do this reading today. Please protect us, any energies that may come around us or that we are pulling from as I'm doing this for collective consciousness. Collective consciousness. Thank you so much. Alrighty, guys. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Apollonia Taylor. Today, I'm going to be doing a tarot romance reading. I have 3 piles for you guys to choose from. Now, before we get into that, I just want to remind you, when you're doing a reading, always have sage, or I have Dragon's Blood Sage, which is even more potent. Basically, this one you can actually use to clean even demons. But if you use, you can use regular sage. Point being, you have to clean all of your tarot cards every time you do a reading because you're drawing upon different energies so that you can have the most accurate reading. You don't want one reading affecting the next reading, okay? So I see a lot of tarot readers that get lazy and they don't do this. So always take your sage and make sure that, you clean your cards. That I do it every night or in between readings. So the first option I have for you guys to choose from, the first card is Meteorite or Green Chalcedony. I believe that's how you pronounce it. The third one I have is the beautiful Tiger's Eye. Second one. And the third one, this one, I actually forget the name of it, but, if you're attracted to it, then, you're attracted to it. So then that'll be your pile. I believe it's something like a wood crystal. You guys can let me know down below. I've had it for 2 years now. It's broken, so it was just called to me as a healer, and I have healed it. So, all right, choose the pile that you are drawn to. All right, for those of you that chose pile 1 or Meteorite, your first card revealed is Balance. I am going to be pulling from the Psychic Tarot for the Heart. All right, let's see what cards we get. Hope y'all are having a lovely day, by the way. Wherever you may be. Thank you again for tuning in. I'm here to clarify, your romance life, and I hope that I make your life a little bit easier every time that I do. Okay, so I'm going to do a 5-card pull here. So for pile 1, 5 cards. Pile 1, 5 cards. I'm going to do Distant Past. Yes. 5 cards. This one. What else called to me for pile 1? This one. Pile 1. Pile 1 reading. Pile 1. Pile 1. Pile 1. I need one more. None of those are appealing to me. All right. I have a different system compared to other people. I don't like just you know, warping through them and getting whichever one that falls, or like, you know, keep going and going until, you know, like basically most people do them until they fall, or like they just keep shuffling them and they make it, you know, look all cool. But to me, I'm not really feeling into the cards when I do that, so I don't like doing that. All right, so for the 5 card, balance again. Makes sense. Okay, so for the first one, this is how it works. Okay, when you have a 5 card spread, the first one here is teach, which is distant past, and then this is pass, and then the middle one is the present, and then this one is the future, and then this one is the distant future. Okay. Alrighty. So what I'm feeling from here in the past, oh, again, okay, there are actually no reverse meanings for this deck, by the way. So if you get one, you just turn it right back up. I've read the book, and the author never intended for these babies to have reverse meaning. So what I'm getting is that the two of you came together and you've taught each other a lot of life lessons. You still hold a rose literally for this person, as this woman does in the picture. So you still have the hots for them. You still feel for them. You could have met them like somewhere by the ocean, the sea. Maybe they're like a Marine or part of the Navy or something. And they're an animal lover, is what I'm getting. And you guys have taught each other a lot of lessons in the past. You've had... It seems like a lot of confidence has come and grown between the two of you over time. Right now, though, and it's interesting because the first card here we chose was balance, and then the middle card for the presence is find balance. So that is the biggest message that I'm getting for you guys, is to basically balance out everything within your life. You see, like how in this card it has let's see here, a little bit. So basically you have a child here, you have marriage here, you have, you know, the hourglass here, a rose, and a book. So it's like finding a way to balance everything within your life that matters to you. This could be, you know, working. This could be nature. So this could be eating well, and always, and your children and marriage. And this is always, you know, remembering that time is ticking. So always remember to put yourself first, is what I'm getting. A lot of you are draining your energy, putting somebody else first, not fulfilling yourself with self-love. If you fulfill yourself with self-love, and like that old saying goes, you know, with uncertainty, basically when it's muddy at the bottom of a lake and you've kicked the mud, all you can do is just stop. You got to stop. And you let it settle and everything becomes clear. So that's what I'm getting for you guys. All right. And you know within you how to balance out your life. You know, get an agenda. You know, from this time to this time, I do this task. In the morning, I always do mindfulness. I always meditate, you know. Your job, I feel like a lot of you have a very draining job. So, you know, start looking for some other kind of work, you know, something that, you know, you look forward to, that you can still make money at. A lot of you are in toxic environments, is what I'm getting. So yeah, if you choose a job that, yeah, that your job is everything, that it makes up so much of your life. So really, I would focus on that first. And after that, your health, if you have children, you know, have a babysitter for them, and then have your time with them. Make sure, you know, you have some time to go out and take walks, or if you like to be in nature, you know, make sure you have some time for yourself to decompress, okay? That's what I'm mainly getting for this pile, okay? And then we have a dedicated effort. So it looks like at this moment, I think you two are and separation, and that you're waiting on this person to make more of an effort. And it looks like they're considering it, because you have the man and the woman in the back, and then you have this man painting over them, you know? And he's actually working towards trying to make this, you know, painting, and it seems like in real life trying to make this relationship work. So seems like things might be turning around for you guys. And this is a really good card to have: success and growth. So this person, the male energy, could be man or woman, but the male energy within this relationship looks like he's going to come forward and try to make it work, okay? So the female energy needs to relax a little bit, find balance, do self-love, and he's going to come back in the picture, okay? Alrighty. What deck to pull from next? I am going to pull from the Wonderful Souls Journey deck. This is really hard to find, by the way, guys. It sold out on Amazon. It has sold out pretty much everywhere, even on Etsy, online. So right now, I found it at Barnes & Noble. Shh, hardly anybody goes there, so I was in luck. All right, what are the messages for pile 1? What are the messages for pile 1? Talk to me, baby. What are the messages for pile 1? Da, 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 da. What are the messages? Let me see. I'm going to fan these out here, and I'm going to see what I'm drawn to, guys, okay? This is how I do it. I know this is not how everyone does it. This is my own way. I feel drawn to this one. I feel drawn to this one. I feel drawn to this one. Alrighty, let me show you the cards that I was drawn to. So first, trust. I accept my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. Growth again, guys. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. Grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. All right, so some of you think you've lost this relationship, and that's not true. That's not what's coming through for me. I'm getting that it's actually looking very hopeful, and you have growth in multiple places here, okay, for this male energy, all right? So you've grown too, but your male energy has grown more. He's coming back. So, you know, whatever part that you think you've lost, I don't sense that. You know, sometimes we can feel like very like disappointed in something that hasn't even happened yet, and we're just expecting the worst case scenario. I would definitely do some healing on that, and I suggest Teal Swan, by the way, okay? Self-esteem. So this is what I was talking about when I said find balance and do your self-love first, okay? So it's, if you don't have, basically self-love will help manifest everything else in your life, okay? You have to do your self-love. And trust, all right? You have to have trust, and that's what comes in with this confidence here, which you guys have gained a lot of. So, but now, right now, you're on your own more momentarily until your male energy comes back, okay? Then I'm going to use Wonderful Teal Swan's Blind Spot. I really have seen nobody use this oracle deck, and I love using this oracle deck because just like it's called, it shows you what you can't see on your own back, okay? So I'm going to shuffle through this deck real quick. Alrighty, so the sigil, or in other words, card I got, she likes to call them sigils, is 63. Basically the patterns too, by the way, are supposed to like correspond with an emotion that's triggered in your brain when you look at these, according to what Swan says. So 63 is pushing them away. You see that, guys? All right. If you've drawn this sigil in the situation, you are pushing someone or something away that you shouldn't. Are you pushing someone away so that you can avoid the pain of them pushing you away? Are you pushing away their help? Are you pushing away their love? Are you rejecting someone? Are you demonstrating your disapproval towards someone? Are you being dismissive, minimizing, or unloving in some way to them? Are you denying something? Have you disowned something or someone from being a part of yourself? Are you telling yourself that someone can't see, hear, feel, or understand you. If you've drawn this sigil or card, you may need intimacy, but you are terrified of it. Intimacy can be broken down into a three-word phrase: intimacy. First and foremost, intimacy is to see into one another so as to deeply connect. But intimacy goes beyond just seeing someone. Intimacy is seeing into, feeling into, listening into, perceiving, and understanding someone. To have genuine intimacy with someone, we have to be willing to commit to becoming an expert on them. You may be terrified that intimacy is going to lead to something that feels bad. This sigil is asking you to look at what you're pushing away in this situation and why. It's asking you to bring that thing closer. Include it as part of you and include it in yourself and your life instead of pushing it away. All right. So there, you guys heard it. I don't really think I need to explain that one anymore. And then to finish this off, I'm feeling drawn to the Hidden Oracle deck. So let's see what we get. This, by the way, is one of my favorite decks because, like, well, I just love decks in general where you can, like, feel. I'm going to fan these out on the floor. You guys probably can't see it, but I'll show you what I draw out of this deck. Because it just straight out tells you what is going on that sometimes you can't get in Tarot or in the, you know, Eight of Cups or the Five of Pentacles, you know. Okay, guys, let's see what I get for this group. I hide behind material things. I lost myself for a little while. Yes, the male energy does seem like they were lost for a bit. I want to tell you how I feel. So like I said, they want to come forward. You know, you see this success and this growth. They do want to show a dedicated effort. So I feel a lot of forward energy in this group. Okay, female energy, you just sit back and you wait and you relax. No. So we're getting some contradictory messages here. We need to let each other go. I hope that one day you can forgive me. And sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. And let's see what we have at the bottom of the deck. Still emotionally unavailable. I am not available. Alright, so this is weird. Getting contradictory messages here. Wow. Alright. So I feel it's weird. There's a lot of feelings here, but this person is like very injured, very hurt. So the highest chance of them coming forward, which I still feel with my intuition that they will come forward, is for you to remain in balance and to think about this situation less. Okay, you don't have to think and think and think about this. If anything, that's going to hinder it manifesting. You see, this couple here, they're becoming one. You see, look, purple eye, and the green eye they're sharing. They're becoming one. So I still get the overall that it's still very strong for them to come forward. Just don't reach out to this person. Let them go through what they're going through, okay? This is where I tell you that this person has been lost, okay? So just give it time. You fulfill yourself. You create this balance for yourself, and that will give you the highest possibility of them coming back into your reality, okay? And then we also have at the bottom of the deck, I'm so attracted to you. I left before you could leave me, and I love you unconditionally. Okay, so they still have a lot of love for you. I always like to do the last three at the bottom of the deck. Alright guys, well thank you so much for tuning in, Pile 1. And if you like this video, please subscribe. And can't wait to see you next week. Alrighty, Pile 2. If you chose the Tiger's Eye, this is your card today. We're starting off really good, guys. Simply love. I love it. Alright, so first I'm going to be pulling from the wonderful Psychic Tarot for the heart. Alright, What messages do I get for pile 2? What messages do I get for pile 2? What are the messages I get for pile 2? I like to fan them out compared to other people. What do I get for pile 2? All right, so I'm going to do the 5-card spread, which is distant past, past, present, future, distant future, okay? So we go 1 in the middle, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to shift them up and move them over. Flow, choose your battles, feeling alone, awaiting results, and strengthening bonds. So, alrighty, again, there are no reverse meanings. Just in this deck, you just have to see the ones where it took a little bit more energy to turn over. So, flow, I'm getting that a lot of you, when you first met, you weren't really thinking of it being like long-term. You were kind of just going with the energy and like, you know, going with the stream. You weren't trying to put too much thought into this being like a long-term relationship. And then I'm getting that you guys, like, you started fighting. Okay. So I'm getting that you were fighting a lot. That you even over like little things that weren't really important, you know. I get, so feeling alone. It seems like you and this person have been isolating yourself a lot in nature. I mean, just, you know, even by the picture, but that you've been spending a lot of time in isolation, a lot of time thinking, a lot of time, you know, wondering where this connection could go, what you could do to bring this union. Again, waiting for results. That's what you've been doing. The female energy has been waiting and waiting for results and hoping, grounding herself. Look at this. She's grounding in the picture, you know. Looking to see if something better might come along, but still hoping for the present relationship that she does have with a golden apple. Strengthening bonds. So some of you have been trying to strengthen your bond with this person. With this lover of yours, they've been pushing you away, you know. So then maybe you could be pushing them away too. This is like mirroring, that you two are mirroring each other. Okay. I want to get clarification on the strengthening bonds, okay? That's what I'm feeling, but I want to get clarification. So I'm going to keep shuffling here. What is the clarity on the strengthening bonds? Strengthening bonds. Okay. What do we get? We get, so you've been trying to strengthen the bond, but your person and you are debating on moving on. And then there's a contradictory energy of having a dedicated effort, so to actually making it work. And I feel like you yourself have been pondering if you should take the lead, you know, if you should contact them. I'm getting that this is a no contact situation, okay? Alrighty. Let's see here. Alright, I'm going to now pull from the beautiful Miss Teal Swan, the Blind Spot. I like this deck. A lot of tarot readers don't use it. But, you know, you can't see what's on your own back, you know? So it's nice to see what Spirit has to say and warn you about, give you advice about. So I'm going to pull from this deck real quick. What is the card for this pile? Getting this one right here. This one is number 28. So let's look at that sigil. So for this one, If you have drawn the sigil, the thing you aren't clearly seeing is triangulation. This could mean that you are being triangulated, or you are triangulating people against someone, or people are triangulating against you, or all the above. So this is starting to seem like a third party situation. So maybe that's why we're getting the moving on energy. But then we still have feelings here, so then we're thinking about dedicating effort to make this work, and then you thinking about taking the lead and grabbing the bulls by the horn to make this relationship work, because nothing can obviously work if there's no movement. So triangulation is one of the most common tactics of social manipulation, and it happens subconsciously. Triangulation occurs when, instead of communicating directly with someone we have a conflict with so as to create resolution, we go to a third person with a subconscious or even conscious desire to get them to turn on our side against the person we have the conflict with. We may use them as a go-between to relay information to the person we have the conflict with. And the subconscious intention in triangulation is to divide. We are using one person against the other. Subconsciously, we think our only way of maintaining our self-concept of being a good person is to get other people to validate that we are the good one in the conflict. If you've drawn the sigil, triangulation is taking place. You need to deal with conflict when it is tiny and directly with the person you have a conflict with. So maybe you even had like the mother or the stepmom, I'm feeling, or someone from the family step in and make this a little nasty, which is why you're thinking about, moving on and going your own way. So this is suggesting that, you at the beginning, choose your battles, like, and maybe when I was saying about the little things that you should just let go of, like with this, it seems like, this conflict, then when you guys were fighting, it got very toxic. So instead you went to other people, and this person went to other people within the family or friends instead of you two dealing with it directly. So this was advice at the beginning to have, to just drop the little things that don't matter so much. But I have to be honest, with this pile, I do see a lot of incompatibility. I wouldn't push like little things. There shouldn't be little things to fight over. So I do, you don't want to basically what's called overlay and try to make the person and mold them into what you think they should be. It's like going to a restaurant and you go to like an Italian restaurant and you tell them to make you a Mexican burrito. Well, why the hell didn't you just go to a Mexican restaurant? Like, so be honest with yourself. If this is not compatible, and you can't be happy and you can't mold them into what you want them to be, then maybe we should move on, okay? And I'm going to draw from the Soul's Journey real quick to see what other messages we get here. And then I have one more deck after that, my guys. Let's see what babies we get here. What are the messages for pile 2? What are the messages for pile 2? Pile 2, pile 2. Okay. All right. So first we have empathy. I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation. There we go. So then, there wouldn't be so many battles if we chose in the world to see, what we're having a conflict with another person and see ourselves within them, So empathy. Look at both sides of it. You'd have less fights. Abundance. I'm a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. So remember, if there is incompatibility here, there are many other people that you can manifest. You just have to be patient, okay? Judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. So again, asking for your understanding, for this person that you're with. Let's see what we have at the bottom of the deck. We have, let me see. Denial. So I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So You know, this is, again, if you're not being realistic that this is not a compatible relationship, okay? If you're not being realistic that this perhaps cannot work, you know, you gotta ask yourself, am I in denial about the situation? Yeah, you'll save everybody time, including yourself, to find someone that's more compatible if that is your verity, if that is your truth. And lastly, I'm going to draw from the beautiful Hidden Oracle deck, okay? All right, let's see what I get. Da, 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 da. Probably you guys can't see it. I'm fanning them out down here. This is what I get from pile 2. I lost myself for a while. Your person, I feel you're leaving me behind. I know I messed up everything. I wonder if you're happy without me. I can't stop thinking about you. I wish I had treated you better. I left before you could leave me. And at the bottom of the deck, I want to tell you how I feel. So, and you were the best thing in my life. And I hide who I really am from you. Okay? So, yes, it seems like this person has a bit of an ego. You know, it's like they know that they did wrong. They know that they could have done better. They lost themselves a little bit in the relationship. They admit that you were the best thing in their life. At the same time, there is some deception there, okay? They hide who they really are from you. They still have feelings because they still think about you. So, again, you have to find it within yourself. Is this compatible? Is this worth going back to, okay? You really got to think about that. And then after you think about that, you know, if you choose it's not, don't forget you can write a list, visualize it, and manifest somebody new. Don't forget there's like 7 billion people on the planet, okay? All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, and I'll see y'all next week. Toodles. Alrighty. If you guys chose pile 3, the beautiful wood crystal here, this is your first card. So we have sadness and isolation. Let's see what we get from the Tarot Romance deck group. So let me take a look, see here. I'm pulling from, yes, the Psychic Tarot for the Heart. So I'm going to do the distant past, the present, the future, and the distant future. Okay, let's see what cards I get here. And I'll show them through the camera. I like to fan these out compared to other people that like to just flip through them constantly. I don't like doing that because I don't feel like I really connect with the cards to really tune into them. Alright, so for the distant past, when you guys first came in, I'm getting that there was an equal balance of giving and receiving in this relationship. Like, it started off with a lot of fireworks, like a boom, and, you know, just felt like you were just swept off your feet. And that you two were shining together. You were like a power couple. You felt brought, you know, to the light. Just, you felt like, wow, this is the one, you know? And then presently, which this is the first card we started with, right? Which is always for the present. And then for the 5 card layout here, I got this for the present. It's not too far off. So helpless and hopeless, sadness and isolation, you know, both alone. So that seems to be how your person is feeling about this situation at the moment. And you guys could be mirroring each other. You're seeking the truth. You're trying to see if this is compatible, if this is worth it, you know. And I think you're also trying to detach right now. I feel this from both of you. I'm just going to pull some more cards to get some clarity on seeking the truth. Okay. Let me see what else I get here. So 3 cards. So right now, you're trying to detach from the situation, not trying to think about it too much. You're trying to find balance in your life, clarity of your belief,